The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
What's the fuss?
We are family. I don't know why I started singing that. Why did I do that? Why did I open up the show like that? That was weird. We weren't talking about that or doing anything. Restart.
Yeah.
No, that was my that was my own. Well, no, I got another beer here.
We were just talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire before the show started.
Were we?
Because of the Spitfire on your shirt.
I guess so.
And that I was going to be Earth and John was going to be Wind.
Earth, Spit, and Fire.
That's what I was thinking. It was the matching tie-dye that kind of made you think that.
We're being hippies today.
Yeah, or is it hippies or are we like California dudes?
Well, okay,
Dude?
so
Like we're Spicolis, bro.
I feel kind of dumb because my thing didn't work out. So what I wanted to do was record outside today. This morning it was absolute. I mean, it is gorgeous, but like it's fucking hot now again.
Okay.
And it was so amazing this morning. And there was even like it's not even a chill, but like in Florida when it's not like humid and immediately it like hurts to go outside.
Yeah.
We consider that good weather.
Yeah, we go, oh, it's so nice. It's not a chill. It's more like a normal.
Yeah. It's just what
most of the country would call like, oh, it's a normal day. It's not hot. Yeah. It's not cold. It's just normal.
It's just like summer
That's
in
a
Maryland.
Chill for us. Yeah. Like put on a jacket with a hood. It's a normal coming through.
Does it get like hot in Philly? Like if like in the summer?
In the summer, a little bit. But it doesn't get like sticky.
Yeah.
It's
how
like,
hot is what would be like a crazy high there? They're not getting like 98 like we get and like
no.
I feel like heat waves go through up there. I remember hearing stories about New York getting like in the 90s and shit.
Well, yeah, I would say
High
like low 90s
sometimes.
like that. But then that's like holy shit, like we're in the 90s today, and like that to them is like a huge deal. And then for us, we have like where it's like 96, but it feels like 110.
Yeah, really.
I'm like, oh,
dude.
fun.
You're not.
And that's most of the year. It's not just a little while. It's most of the year.
Damn. Well, you know what? I would rather have it way too hot than way too cold. Like the snow shit, I couldn't do. One time, Paul said in New Jersey, they had a huge blizzard and they were snowed in for like 15 days straight. Can't get groceries, can't do anything.
Yeah, see, that shit would drive you totally stir crazy.
Hell yeah.
Like. I mean, you talk about quarantine, down
People,
here,
like, live.
people couldn't deal with it. You couldn't deal with it. Stuck in your house, like snowed in, literally compacted in by snow.
But like, what if it is just so hot and you're like in the like kind of out there like by in Nevada?
Yeah.
But near Vegas.
That would be horrible too. You'd have to be inside all the time.
And your AC breaks or something.
Oh, God forbid. Anyways, guys, this is episode 234 of What's Fuss Podcast. My name is Rocky Soka. I'm the host of the show. With me, as always, my producer, John Hannon.
Hey, man.
And we also have Chris Pete Speisenberg.
Glad we could bring you the weather report this week.
Yeah, actually, that was the first little thing I was going to bring up is it's supposed to really go down pretty soon, and I'm stoked on that because it's like almost Halloween, and it's getting a little cold, and I'm kind of fucking happy about it. Are we doing Halloween
They've
this
canceled trick-or-treating, from what I'm understanding.
I haven't been trick-or-treating.
I mean, think about it. Like, of the worst, They're like separation of 6 feet. Don't come into contact with strangers and shit. What is Halloween? Trick or treating. That's exactly what you're doing. You come in close proximity and taking things handed off from one person to another person.
Last year, I think I went to like an event with the kid or something like that. Like I think we took our teenager to like an event. And I can't remember.
Churches quite frequently do the trunk or treat. I don't know why they call it trunk or treat.
I don't know why either, but I kind of like those things. You can do that
coming
stuff.
Into or out of a trunk.
You could do like, I mean, I still want to go to the pumpkin patch.
I took my grandson to a pumpkin patch 2 days ago.
Dude, that is a cute ass kid.
Yeah, he is a cute.
What is going on? That is a cute kid.
He's awesome. His personality matches. That's awesome. But yeah. Well, so pumpkin patches are still a thing. We went. We were the only people there. It was great. Easy separation.
Yeah,
I mean, I forget what's on pumpkin patches. I used to go, and I can't.
This was literally just pumpkins.
Yeah, just pumpkins.
That's it.
I mean, a couple things for photos.
Okay, so where is it that they have like corn mazes and like?
There's not like a lot of space out here for that. I think you'd have to go a little further for like a maze.
They do the old sweet corn.
Like, have you guys done like haunted hay rides?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, those are so much fun.
I haven't done it in Florida. I did it in Texas.
In other places,
yeah, exactly, where there's like space to do stuff. In Florida, it's like
Florida, you
it's
run
a little
from Florida,
different.
man.
Well, they do.
Don't hit the gators.
They do. We have Halloween horror nights. That's our big thing in Florida.
I guess so.
It was. It's not anymore, right?
And there was a lot of competition for that too. There was a bunch of local, scare whatever.
Our buddy Jim works at one all the time for. I think he.
Absolutely, yeah. That's probably why he's too busy to send a fucking email, Jim.
Probably,
yeah. I feel like the streets of downtown can sometimes be like their own scare zones.
Yeah, a little bit.
Homeless meth heads, and you got to be running from them or keep your distance. Or they get
that
too
one
close.
alleyway, man. That one alleyway downtown. Rest in peace. That guy got killed in one. That's scary,
yeah.
No
was
joke.
that recent?
No,
like
kind of
8 years ago.
I read a story that didn't actually make the cut. This one, but I guess we can talk about it because it's relevant now.
Making the cut. Bring it out of the trash.
Somebody, I don't have it in front of me, but somebody, I don't even know where it was, called the cops on a homeless guy sleeping on a bench, but it was a statue of Jesus sleeping on a bench. It's like, it's a piece of art. It's not like an actual bench.
Is it like that well put together?
No, I mean, it just looks like it's a big metal bench, but it's got also a
but it's not on a bus line. It just happens to be on a sidewalk.
I don't know where the fuck it is. It looks probably in a mausoleum or something. Well, I mean, like I don't know.
How blasted are you that you mistake a statue for a person?
Right.
And
It's a huge hunk of metal.
Speaks to how much Jesus looked homeless.
What kind of idiot makes a bench you can't sit on?
Allegedly,
right? It seems like such a waste of time.
Well, it's for Jesus.
And if you're homeless, and you're sleeping on a bench, just let them be.
That's illegal. No, you're not allowed to do that.
Well, no, but just let them be. Why would you call the cops on that? You're going out of your way.
As a regular person, you mean not as
Come
a cop.
on.
Yeah.
Some cities have made spikes on the benches, and you put in a quarter to sit on it because they don't want people sleeping on it.
So
it would be better to stab them.
Okay, and I noticed this just recently here in downtown Orlando, a newer bench at a bus stop. And whereas it's a fairly newer bench, but what they've done is they've updated. So the bench was maybe put in 5 years ago, and this is kind of near the stadium area. So it's you guys know this type of this part of the town. It's nice around the stadium, but then literally across the street is not. So the people that frequent it maybe aren't always the best people or whatever. So the city it's a high area for homeless people, I would say.
Yeah.
So the city has come through after the fact, after they put these benches in and put they were just flat benches where you could sit 2 or 3 across waiting on a bus or whatever.
Oh, they put a divider?
They put just a little raised curved bar right in between. So now it's 2-seater. So you can't lay across it. And it's just a little bumped up bar so that if you were to lay on it, it would be the most, it would be either poking your dick or the small of your back.
That's lame.
They get companies to do that after the fact because it's actually illegal to do.
It was a retrofitted thing.
As a skateboarder, I remember we would have these nice benches everywhere and they try to stop you from skating on it because it does tear them up. And we always blamed it on the bikers and the rollerbladers, but I mean, I've taken a million chunks out of a nice piece of fucking marble ledge with my own board. But so they would screw these little things on, and then we'd bring the tools and we'd saw them off and we'd do all this shit, and you'd have to Bondo it back.
Right up the street is one of my favorite skate spots in town.
Yeah,
when I never skated
the Maitland Banks. If you're
is that what it's called? The Maitland
Banks? That's what skateboarders call it.
It's beautiful, yeah. And I'm oh, that looks so good. But then they put this little stupid rail all the way around it. But on one side it's open, and I'm oh, why aren't skaters over there every day?
So check this out.
It looks so cool.
Skateboarders are. I see them all the time, and I've actually seen them in. It's been in Thrasher and all over. Every people know about it. It was even in the Baker video, which is a very
for a long time it was not barricaded at the bottom.
They used to have them. They used to have it, and my sister and I, we lived literally right up the road. We would skate there all the time, and the screws and bolts that they used to put them in the ground were the exact same size that every skateboarder has because it's the same size as the wheel of the truck. So every skateboarder's got one of those in his backpack. Every skateboarder already has that size.
Yeah.
And we would take them off immediately. And eventually they just stopped putting them there. And now the cops would come get you for a long time, but the cops don't mess with anybody around here anymore.
No, the last time I saw that area, I was driving by it and there was a line of kids.
Yeah.
And then people would go up it and then they would get into the back of the line.
Yeah.
And
that's cool. They would trick it. Yeah, they just take their turn tricking it. That's awesome. Yeah,
I've spent hours and hours and hours.
Only that one small section. I can imagine it back in your day.
And
in your day, pop skate.
Back when I was a kid, it was across the street. There was the open one, and it was underneath all those trees, so it would just
there was another one
everywhere.
Across the street.
Well, there's one on all 4 corners, but the ones on the ones with on the hotel side are much smaller and very weird looking.
Okay.
And the ones on the either side of the other part are the awesome. I think the whoever the architect must have had a fucking tech deck at his desk.
It is nice. It's made out of brick, but it's so smooth. Like
it's actually kind of a pain in the ass.
It curves like a bunch of quarter pipes with like weird round quarter pipes.
Clyde Singleton backlipped the entire fucking thing. It's like a mile long. It's so fucking badass. Yeah, you can
I gotta see that. I want to see footage of somebody here.
It was in a Transworld thing. It was really fucking cool. But dude, that place is super weird. We can get into this too. I was gonna ask you guys this. So that is considered Maitland Center. There's a lot of businesses, and I think the IRS
like an
is over
industrial
there.
Park. Yeah,
no, it's not even really industrial. It's just a lot of business centers.
Park, I guess, is what it would be. Yeah.
So I was going through there the other day when everybody would normally be at work. All those buildings are empty. The parking lots are empty. The buildings are empty. Real Radio there is.
Yeah. There's a lot of headquarters.
What is so? I was asking my girlfriend because she just got this big office, and like that was her dream. She wanted her own big office, and she got this big desk and all this cool stuff. Right after that, fucking COVID happened. She works from work now every day. So what's gonna happen to all these buildings and stuff if we've now figured out that
is it going to get kind of like become like a little bit of a wasteland?
Well, I asked her, I said,
or just be deserted.
I said, are you ever going back to work? And she was like, no. She was like, I can do it from right here. I go in there once a week to print out the checks.
Yeah, businesses are going to realize, a lot of them, the ones that can, are going to realize that they have to, that they can save so much money and that they should just all work from home now.
Yeah, and the traffic's going to be better,
dude. This morning,
nobody's going to be on the roads.
Yeah,
this morning, it was actually a little eerie. So I drove from my girlfriend's house to here, which we just decided that I'm in. Let's say I'm in Maitland Center.
Yep.
She just lives in College Park, but I didn't get on I-4. I just took the little back street. I didn't see one other human being on a Saturday morning.
Wow, that's weird.
Super weird.
Also, is it Saturday?
Is it?
Okay. I don't know.
Yes, it is. Okay.
All right, cool.
Well, when we record this, I don't know.
Yeah, as we record. Sorry.
Yeah, people think that we're live and they're trying to talk to us and they're like, why aren't you talking to me back, dude? I'm like, because I did that 3 days ago, dude. We have some, you know what, man? I got some bad news, guys. We actually lost a listener. His name is Uriah. Great guy. I've hung out with him many times, but we lost him to a motorcycle accident. He really liked the show. And
jeez.
He would hit me up in the weirdest times and he'd be like, guacamole. And I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Turns out he was like binging episodes from weeks ago and like he wanted to talk about the jokes now. I'm like, dude,
oh shit.
Once that episode goes, I have no idea what's on it.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Wow,
I'm
a motorcycle accident.
Is he a local guy?
Yeah, he just lived not too far from here. He's a great guy, really funny, really smart, and yeah, it just sucks to lose a guy like that.
It's I mean you have to have a big pair of balls to ride a motorcycle. So I know he was.
So John knows he has big balls.
Yeah, he was
definitely confirming it.
Respect to your big balls.
Yeah,
he's an interesting guy.
I mean, because I don't even like trust other drivers around me. It's hard enough to.
No, on a motorcycle. I know.
Yeah.
No, I was just over there in the thick of it, over in Old Dirtona for Biketoberfest.
Oh really?
So
you
a little bit of that.
Did you go?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I didn't. Yeah, I was with my grandson. There's really not much to report.
No.
Plus, it was super slow this year, like slower than ever.
Where's everybody wearing masks now? No.
Yeah, of course, right?
Dude,
I was afraid I was going to get yelled
masks.
at. Oh, so I heard that when So I heard when Trump came into town to Sanford recently.
I think that's today.
No, he flew in last week.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
And they did a rally out, like an impromptu rally outside of the Sanford airport.
Wow.
And I heard that our buddy Tuttle was out there doing fucking, recording because he's crazy. He's a crazy man.
Like, people were yelling at me.
And people were yelling at him and calling him a pussy for wearing a mask.
They were
so
calling
not only
me
were you
a pussy.
Not wearing greetings and welcome. Shut up, pussy. Why you got a mask on?
Get the fuck out of my face.
I'm sorry.
Pussy.
I interrupted you. I was listening.
No, but he said that, he was being called a pussy for not wearing a mask. So not only, are they not wearing masks, they are yelling at you for you wearing a mask. Like they're upset that you are trying to protect yourself and others.
Dude.
Bikers are crazy. You're a sheep.
I don't know. But
you fucking sheep.
No. This wasn't a bike. This was a Trump thing. But there was a lot of Trump flags. So I was relating the two, and I was like, man, I hope they don't call me a pussy because I'm wearing a mask. Because I felt like one of the only people wearing a mask.
I love wearing a mask.
But I had my grandson, and I was with my mom and shit. So it was like 3 generations of fucking Colemans.
Yeah.
And they weren't fucking with us. They knew the little man would take them down.
Nice. Well, I feel like if you're with like your family and your kid and stuff, you're fucking.
You'd hope, right?
Who's gonna fuck with you? I mean, it happens.
Well, plus it was daytime too. It was middle of the afternoon, so it wasn't like I was out there 10 o'clock at night and people had been drinking all fucking day. So, might have been another story.
Speaking of another story. So, this one comes out of Baton Rouge. This is a weird one. Okay, so an 11-year-old has been arrested for stealing a school bus and taking a joyride. Yeah. This reminds me of that one kid that was like, I just want to do hood rat shit with my friends, and he stole his grandma's fucking, it was like a SUV of some sort. It was a nice car.
Was it?
Yeah, it was a nice.
I remember that video.
Oh, yeah.
Explorer or something. It was an SUV. And he fucked it up. And so did this guy. There's pictures, just lost it. Yeah, oh my God. How do you sideswipe a tree?
With a bus. Well, I feel like when your side's that big, you could swipe anything.
Look at the tire tracks to the dirt. He went that way.
Yeah, he is drifting. He drifted this bus right into a large, giant oak. It's off the ground on that.
Oh, and every cop in town is there,
Why
too.
would you steal a school bus, though? Like, of all things you want to fucking joyride, the thing you hate riding to school.
This says he's in custody. So, like, they arrested this 11-year-old.
Fuck yeah, they did.
And he's
When you do that, did you see the photos?
No.
It's
I
rough.
almost got arrested when I was, like, around that age for doing some stupid shit. They just came to the house and scared the fuck out of me, though. I deserved it. But yeah, this guy, I think this is probably an opportunity thing. She wasn't expect. Oh, never mind. This is just crazy as hell.
This says that he was like flicking off cops while like running from them.
This kid is about it.
Dude,
I believe is what they call it in his neck of the woods.
Imagine
the boy intentionally tried to hit another driver in his path.
Oh my God,
this
bro.
dude is a little asshole.
11.
He's a butthole.
This kid is set up for a life of
He
crime.
needs that scared straight program. I did that when I was a kid.
It's too much GTA.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Got to stop the video games. Stop the violent video games.
When I was like 16, I think I was exactly 16. I think I just turned 16. I'll say 16 again.
16.
They made me do that. I went to boot camp or whatever because I had done some stupid shit, and I had
You had to go to boot camp?
I went to jail.
Like military-style boot camp
I got
for how long?
arrested for something. It was just like a few days.
Okay.
So I got arrested for something, and I was being an asshole, and I deserved every fucking thing that happened to me. And after you get out of jail, they had like this, all these other programs and things and fines and shit, and just reason to get more money from you. So they dropped me off at boot camp, and then at the end of the day, they actually take you to the jail. And you eat the food, and a prisoner screams at you for a better part of an hour, and it's fucking ridiculous. It was stupid, though.
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
Like,
Yeah, it looks
Bring it
dumb.
on into prison, boy.
When they have it like on TV, I forget what show it was. Fucking
A&E or whatever.
Yeah.
Scared Straight.
Scared Straight.
And then there's always one kid that
Terrible.
ends up crying. Like the tough kid always ends up crying at the end.
That's the oldest program in the book. They've really done that forever and ever. And I went to a version of it.
a great show.
I just went. I didn't like go through the system.
Yeah.
I just went and like got a tour of the jail and kind of told like how they live and all that shit so that I could go back to school and report about it. Or
Oh, okay.
and tell the classmates.
That's not how they did us.
No. It wasn't on anything I had gotten in trouble for. It was actually something the school sent a handful of people to. I don't think it was because I was in trouble either.
The best thing, though,
I did boot camp too. I was in boot camp too later when I got in actual trouble, and I did 90 days in boot camp.
I was so lucky because there was this one kid who he was just a fucking asshole, and the first thing that happened is they got you running around and doing all this other shit, and then you go inside, and while you're waiting for your paperwork, you gotta hold your like a book or something up in the air. You have to hold it straight up, or maybe put them on the wall or something like that. You gotta do something.
You have to hold the dicks of two tall gentlemen,
two huge prisoners, and you gotta milk these men. But there was one kid who was just being just a cocksucker right out the gate, and I was like,
oh, they loved him.
Oh, dude, they didn't even look at me once. They were fucking yelling at this kid, and he was just screwing up at every chance he get. But yeah, went to the jail. It was fucking crazy. But that's probably where this kid is going. This is he's already in there. You said he's in custody still?
Yeah, he's in there with his arms up right now.
Woo,
Is he going to be like, yeah, but do you get tried as
Wait, that's a child.
an
I don't want to
adult?
say that.
No, he's gonna get tried as a child. It's just
Right?
it's just
Okay.
crazy as hell. I mean, 11 years old. What
It's
a
his
fucking,
family's going to get in a lot of trouble for
Yeah.
like letting that happen and for
dude,
fucking
so-
up raising him.
Yeah, doesn't like if you skip too much school, your mom goes to jail. Like I wonder if this is
One
something
would
like that.
think that didn't happen to me. That's
Okay.
how I started getting in trouble.
My mom told me
skipping too much
flat-
school, and they charged me with truancy.
Okay.
My mom was at work.
I got caught skipping a few times, and my mom was like, "You're not doing this anymore." She was like, "You're not fucking doing this anymore because if I get in trouble because you're being a cocksucker,
Yeah.
we're not doing that."
See,
I only did it because I was like, "Go ahead and charge her. I dare you." And then they charged me.
Charge that bitch.
Charge that bitch. She hit me
fucking
first.
Playing with the house's money.
I
They always arrest the man.
I only
even though
skipped
I'm a
when
boy.
I had good grades, and it would just be like the first 2 periods of school or something,
Nerd.
so I can go to breakfast.
So when I was working,
So I can fuel my brain for period 7. So I can do well in trigonometry.
I was working at 15, so I had a bunch of money saved up, and I bought my first car. Not a very expensive one; it was a couple $1,000s, but Dodge Dynasty. When I was first thing that happened when I was 16.
Classy.
I probably had it before I was 16. So as soon as I had my license, I was already driving to school, even though you weren't supposed to. In my grade, we were doing that. So every day on the way to school, I would pick up my buddies. What the fuck is that? I would pick up my buddies, put our skateboards in the trunk, and we would say that we would go to the skate park. That's what it is when I skate now. Skateboard. But yeah, we would
some rice.
We had to drive by the damn skate park on the way to school, and we knew the people at the skate park. We can get in for free, so we just never ended up at school. Eventually, kids would stop riding with me and stuff because they'd be like, "Dude, I'm just getting in trouble." And I was already out of the house in high school. I was kicked out. Let's be honest. Yeah, I was an asshole. Let's switch over to this is in Las Vegas. The Las Vegas. Oh wait, are we about to go to break? Is that what's happening?
we got
like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This won't take too long. We're gonna fucking this dude is I've never heard of such a piece of shit. I don't know how the officers even let this happen. So, Las Vegas dad was arrested after he refused to break the window of his new car to save his dying toddler. Yeah, dude. Sidell Deal, 27, flagged down officers after he left his 1-year-old daughter in a hot car Monday afternoon with the keys inside. The officers offered to break the window, call a tow truck, get a locksmith, but Deal declined all of this, and he was trying to call his brother. After several minutes, the officers did smash the window and found an unresponsive girl who died at the scene. This piece of shit.
Why? Wait, why did he? Okay, so he doesn't want the window broken
for more than an hour.
But he doesn't want the window broken. Why wouldn't he let them get a locksmith or whatever?
Because he's a fucking asshole. Why are you calling your brother?
What's his brother gonna do?
Yeah, come and break into the car for you. I mean,
I don't understand. So
the
many
little girl
questions.
looks like a little sweetie pie. He looks like a dude.
How old was she?
I think she was 3 years old.
Oh my god, dude.
1-year-old daughter.
Oh my god, dude, what the fuck?
Wow.
This is.
Was he at a Walmart?
I don't know where the hell he was. This guy. But dude, it's absolutely crazy. The car was running. Oh, he claimed the air conditioner was running, but I mean, how would she have? I don't know.
No. She wouldn't just have died. You don't run out of oxygen in a car.
No, it's definitely with the heat. Yeah.
Dude, this is just absolutely infuriating. I couldn't believe I've broken other people's windows because I've seen one time we were at it doesn't matter where the fuck we were at, but we were in a parking lot and we were
Walmart.
We were parked next to an Amscot is where we were doing, and whoever I was with was taking fucking forever. The whole time this dog is in the car. And I went over to it I was going to feel for some, because I was there for well over an hour, and I'm feeling, it's hot as fuck in the car. There's no AC running or anything. We tried to, the window was a little bit cracked. I'm talking a little bit, and the dog was fucking obviously hot as shit, just saliva all crazy.
I was gonna say usually the dogs will pant.
Yeah, we tried to throw some ice in there. It wasn't even trying to do that or whatever. So I fucking broke the window and let the dog drink some water.
Well,
and the lady came out. She's all pissed off. Tried to
you
fight
can't
with
be
me.
charged with that.
Hell, I don't give a fuck
If you
I'm
break
charged
someone's
with
window,
fucking,
they can't charge you with to save a dog or a kid.
the last
A
thing on my
kid?
fucking mind.
Wow,
That was the last thing on my mind.
I don't even understand.
I had a hammer in the
how
back of
that
the truck.
happened.
I fucking broke the window, played with the dog. But
Probably the same hammer you threw at that old lady. in
I was gonna say,
traffic.
do you still have that hammer? Because I thought
Fucking
you threw
hammer
it.
is the hammer. Rocky
I
is.
have the
Rocky
hammer.
wishes he was fucking Thor.
I have the hammer
telling you that
that
right
I
now.
used to break the window right there in that bag.
It's a
But
hero
the
hammer.
one that I threw at that fucking crazy ass chick to try to kill me, it went in the road in Maitland Center of all places.
Oh, really?
Yep. But
Some kid later picked it up and hammered down that rail, preventing him from skating the banks.
you-
And it comes full circle. You did a good thing.
Yep. I never fucking lose my temper like that. It's very rare. And I was surprised when that happened. I was like, I just threw a hammer at a woman.
That bitch.
Yeah, because you say you can't offend smart people, or you can't piss off.
No, you can piss off smart people. And I guess what I meant by you can't offend smart people is I've seen a lot of smart people that have dealt with some really bad stuff, and they shake it off. They're above it. They're not gonna let it bother them that you said a dirty word, even if it's a horrible derogatory word. at the end of the day, like you know, but I'm not going to say that they don't hold, these words don't hold weight, and that I haven't been saddened by someone or angered by someone or whatever. But you know, people just say things, and your emotion is your responsibility. It's not, you can't make someone happy or sad. You can do whatever you're doing, and they're going to be happy or sad. That's how it is, you know?
Yeah. It's ultimately up to you.
But the cop's not, why would the cops be fucking arguing with this guy? He's like, no, don't hurt my new car. How about your new daughter?
Right,
Which one do you like more?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Holy
like,
fuck. I would do anything for my kid. Like any motherfucking thing.
They locked him up, right?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, thank God.
I'm wondering here, I'll go back to it. I wonder what this dude was charged with. He was arrested. Let's go down to this. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Sure, he got some neglect, some
Child abandonment.
Yeah, 1 count of child abuse or neglect causing substantial bodily harm. That's what one outlet reported, and I don't have whatever that was. But I think that was the Las Vegas Sun. I don't know anything about that thing, so take that with a grain of salt. But it's
Las Vegas Sun has the hottest news.
Absolutely horrifying. The hottest news. I think Florida Sun has the hottest news, but that's just me.
We have the humidest. We got them stanky stories.
We have the mosquitoest news in the business.
Yeah, it's flea ridden.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure.
Flea bit. All right, so let's take a little breaky wakey, and we'll get back. We have a couple other stories. We have some. I want to see what you guys think about this move that Elon Musk just made. We're gonna get to that right after the break. Love you.
On my mind, like I am tumbling past the street. I'd say I'm feeling fine, I'm just a little. I think I need somewhere to go. So I'll drift away and crumple up paper. I'd say I'd fix myself, you'll see. I have made these changes from you to me, but in the end, was it right? As long as me, but thrown away like the trash. The direction that comes up to me, it's not my choice, I don't wanna go. So I'll drift away, crumpled up paper. I'd say I'd fix myself, you'll see. I have made these changes from you to me, but in the end, was it right?
What did we hear during the break, John? What was that?
Some kind of song. It was dope.
Was it?
It was musical as fuck.
We're in the middle of trying to get the rights for the song, so we don't even know what song we played. We just asked a few bands, and whoever answers us back, that's who's going to get it.
Yep, we like your stuff, guys. That's why we hit you up, and thank you for answering first. That's why you got played on that break.
It's been a work in progress. We're trying to get new music going, you know, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be new, but just different stuff.
Different stuff for us.
We have permission from, other bands, but basically, YouTube was fucking us anyway. So.
Well, because, we realized that you need, like, the recording studios permission sometimes, or like the record labels if there's a record.
Lame.
If there's a company on controlling it.
I'm asking my DIY buddies. Mainly, I mean, we might as well give them a plug. I'm trying to get the Robinsons, but I love those guys. I think they just moved back to Philly where they were originally from. They all came here to go to college.
Oh, Philly guys? No. Bunch of Johns.
Oh, dude, I love Philly guys.
Yo, them Johnskis are dope.
Johnskis.
I don't know if I would. I mean, John, you'd be able to tell
John's
me.
a real John.
I don't know if I would be able to like hang in Philly. Would they like me?
You come on a little strong, but other people have strong personalities just like that as well.
In
so
Philly, they have very strong personalities. I feel like.
Yeah, but there's angles to it.
I
and
clash
it depends.
with New Yorkers.
It's levels to this shit.
Yeah.
Is what he's saying. It's levels to this shit.
Texans
No, there's just
and
different
New Yorkers
approaches.
Don't get along. It's the weirdest thing.
Well, because you guys are used to different things.
I remember the commercials. Fucking, you got your salsa from New York City. New York City. Texans hate New Yorkers.
I thought
also city slickers.
I thought rednecks were gonna hate Donald Trump for the same reason. He's from New York City. He's a typical he's like
right. Andy hates them, but it's weird. They love him.
That's a weird.
We have
thing.
no light, by the way.
No light?
Just a heads up.
Oh, wow.
I turned it off on the break because it was wasting power. I'm trying to be conservative on power, gentlemen.
I think we have enough light in our tie-dye shirts.
It is very lighted from the sun coming off the lake there. It's beautiful. God, guys, we could be capturing this right now.
We could.
But
probably next.
Rocky was hot.
Hopefully next week. What did I just do?
I think our tie-dye shirts are bright enough.
Yeah, I think
Is
so.
it? Okay, is it illuminating me?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to. I just didn't. I thought you guys honestly would bitch. I'll eventually I've worked in the sun my whole life, so eventually after
Why would I bitch? I'm not. No, I'm not. I wouldn't bitch. I would do that no problem.
I don't know.
I would be able to smoke a cigarette outside.
John can smoke all the cigarettes he wants, like a real Johnson.
Well, we've literally been waiting for. We have been waiting for this weather, guys. Like we've been saying it. Like
waiting on that normal to roll through.
Yeah, really.
This is why I love Halloween. This is where the temperature changes, and it's a whole different vibe, and people start to feel better about everything.
I've spent a lot of hot nights on Halloween in a get up or whatever, sweating my stuff. I'm most of the time, I eventually learned my lesson. One year it was so fucking hot. All the other kids had masks.
How hot was it?
How hot was it? The one year it was so hot. All the other kids were wearing masks and costumes and all this other shit. I just covered myself in blood and took a skateboard. And I was like, I'm a bloody skateboarder. This fucking, that's what I am. And that's kind of my favorite thing, anyways. Yeah. Well, what I was gonna do this year, I was gonna do Al Bundy, and my chick was gonna be Peggy, but we're not really doing anything.
That would be great. Him and I came up with an idea I thought was good, and I just bounced it off him, and I think he liked it too. And you could tell me now, but Penn and Teller.
Okay.
As like a couple. He would obviously be Teller. I'm Penn. I'm bigger. I would just have to shave a weird, ridiculous goatee and put on a ponytail wig. And John just got to rock trim his hair up and then just rock a fake half bald cap.
I can dye your hair. I can dye it blonde. We can do this.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah.
That would work too.
I mean, the color's close enough, but yeah.
No,
then we just need some cheap
too.
suits.
I like those guys a lot. Did you guys watch that bullshit show?
Yeah. I was actually watching that when I messaged John. I was like, oh my god! I was just looking at the dynamic of the two guys standing side by side.
You're
and I was
recycling is a huge scam. I'm going to be these guys.
Yeah, the height difference is the
bullshit
same.
Water. Yeah. But Halloween,
those guys are fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Their show where they watched magicians do stuff on stage, and then they
Fool Us.
Yes, that was such a good show. That was a great one.
Show.
Love it. I love magic lately, and also I've been watching a lot of puzzles and magic and weird stuff. I don't know.
I'm a huge fan of juggling, but only if their balls are imaginary.
Yeah,
D'Angelo Vickers, shut up.
Okay.
Some game shows are making comebacks too. The Weakest Link has came back. What was
has TV made a new resurgence since COVID? I have no idea. I haven't had fucking cable, and I mean, I'm not trying to be like some elitist,
I think it's
but
more still even on the streaming services.
Well, yeah, it had.
that's
well,
what I thought was all taking over everything. For you know, what I mean,
But I mean, I don't know what you mean, if you mean network or streaming or whatever. But I feel like
I mean like TV shows.
Like network.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that I don't know about because I'm just on the
Everything's
streaming.
going straight to Netflix.
Well,
straight
here's
to
the
Hulu.
thing. Well, like Weakest Link, for instance, just came back out. That's a network show, but I watch it via Hulu through streaming. But I know it's a network show. A lot of the game show shit that John and I both enjoy are all network shows. We just watch them through streaming platforms. So that way, I would say they are coming back. Also, I would say maybe they are on a bit of a more of a comeback because they've got Big Brother started back now. They're talking about. I did Bachelor start back up recently. I think I heard. I don't watch.
I've never
shows,
seen
so I don't
any of
know.
that shit.
Yeah, or they're like
I don't watch it
teasing-
either, but
yeah.
I know Big Brother's back, and I hear so many people talk about all this other stuff. So I've heard these things are coming back. And then as far as streaming goes, we're starting to get things coming out that I think are referencing things going on now. Like there's a new show on Netflix where it's about people struggling through the quarantine and the stay at home and the since life has become what it's become. There's Borat's releasing a new movie later this month.
I saw that.
It's a follow up, a sequel to the first one, and it's addressing. It was a lot of that was filmed during a lot of this, so it's addressing some of that. So we're starting to see where this new normal is going to play itself into the art that we.
The
watch
only thing
and listen to.
cannot stand though really is like because there haven't been theaters to release movies in, they'll make you rent it for like $20, $25.
$20
That's
usually.
so dumb.
Yeah, and then you only get it for I guess 24 hours or maybe
24,
2 days.
48, whatever. But still, yeah.
And it's like there's certain movies I wanted to watch. The King of Staten Island with Pete Davidson.
Yeah, I
fucking
wanted to watch that
$20.
too, $20.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not paying that unless
Here's the
I'm going to
thing.
have like 6 people
we
come
should
over.
just get together and then get in this $10 a person. And if Sam wants to come, cool. Sam can come.
Yeah,
whatever.
but then you're
That's
making
true.
them
But
think
then
that
it's
that's
not
okay
so
to
much
do.
money.
If people start buying that shit, they're going to think that that's an okay thing
Well, but
to do.
people are going to buy it. Trolls was one of the biggest things ever. The second one that came out right as all this shit started, and that one was huge. People were buying that 2 and 3 fucking times for their kids, bro. Paying $60 and $80 just so their kids could watch it multiple times.
Not me.
No, not me either. But I do eventually. I will crack. Like I said, I'll find more value in it, and maybe I'll invite you guys over, and we go, hey, it's fucking. It's $8 a person. That's as much as a movie ticket. We can sit in the living room and watch it, and smoke, drink, whatever you want to partake in.
For that, I'd rather do like a fight night, like the next UFC pay per view.
I remember
on a Saturday night.
I forget which one it was, but it wasn't a long one. My buddy Kerry had this awesome idea. He was going to invite everybody over. We were going to watch the fights. We all went to his house, rented them. It was expensive. We were making food. He had a nice place. And we all got there, and there was that was the night that it was like a 13-second knockout or something like that from somebody. I don't think it wasn't the Conor one. It was years before that.
Okay.
It was years before that. It was a huge upset. I don't even remember what it was, but
there's a couple of quickies.
That sucks as far as pay-per-view goes, man. That's isn't that why a dude got killed in Snatch? He didn't fight long enough, or he didn't throw the fight, or what the fuck was it?
He didn't take the dive or whatever he was supposed to do.
He just knocked the motherfucker out.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, well, sometimes they have
a great movie.
They have those certain rules where they I think Seth Petrozelli when he knocked out Kimbo Slice.
Oh yeah,
that
was awesome.
Yeah, and they was gonna get more money if he kept the fight standing the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And that's a way to slide it to where Kimbo wins. Like, hey, you'll make more money if you literally box with this man.
Yeah, no.
How
fuck
about
that.
no?
He just wanted to win the fight.
He fucking knocked him out in 10 seconds.
Dude.
So.
Dude, Seth is a bad motherfucker, man.
He got paid.
He's so funny too. God damn, that guy's
gives-
got a great sense of humor.
He gives zero fucks. Yeah,
He is
he's
so
crazy.
funny.
Yeah, it's always good to see when a fighter can actually get out of the game or from doing it professionally and still have all of their their functions. I mean, like Muhammad Ali famously, the dude is shaky hands for the last 15, 20 years of his life.
Was he good in the UFC?
No.
He never made it to the octagon.
But well, that's why Joe Rogan wanted Brendan Schaub to get out, is because he was scared for the guy. He was like, "You're gonna get killed eventually." And
he was telling him there's younger, hungrier fighters. It's
dude, you eventually got to retire. And I mean, Brendan Schaub's admittedly his problem was he was super athletic, so he was beating a lot of guys early and getting a lot of attention. Well, eventually you're going to fight someone that is good because they have years and years and decades of experience, and that'll win every time.
Right.
But he took that advice, and
good for him.
He stopped, and now he has a podcast.
He has Thick Boy Club.
Yeah,
no, the podcast stopped. I think.
Oh, did it?
I don't.
Brendan Callen got in some trouble. Didn't we talk about that on the show?
I don't know.
I don't remember, but I know he. Yeah,
Who's this guy?
Brian Callen. Sorry, not.
I know Brian Callen. I know
Brian
him.
Callen. Basically, he got some.
Did he get caught up in the Me Too?
Yeah, a little bit. And he denies and denounces all claims or whatever, but it was still going crazy, and people were really mad about it. So I think
it's crazy.
I think he went off the show, and then Brendan tried to keep doing it, and it didn't work very well.
Here's what's crazy is that you get these allegations, and then I don't hear anything else. But then the people kind of fall off the face of the earth. D'Elia famously had the allegations. What's been up with him
and
since then?
He said
I never heard any follow up.
He said he proved that it didn't happen. I mean, he did some sketchy shit, but nothing like crazy. And I think he tried to prove that it didn't happen, kind of like Bieber. The same thing happened to Bieber.
Well, and then Bieber hosts Saturday Night Live tonight, so I mean, he's not taking a hit.
No,
at all.
he actually showed receipts. He was like, actually, bitch, I was here and here and here and here, and I can prove it. So whatever you said is a lie, which is unfortunate because
but yet
it
I
really
haven't
takes
heard
away
or
from the
seen
actual
anything
victim.
from him. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Well, sometimes it's better not to
railroads his
poke the
career.
bear. Sometimes just getting just someone saying that about you is enough to
make you
get
go
them for
underground
life.
for a minute. Well,
you
for
call
life.
someone.
I hope it's not for life for some of these people that are misdiagnosed, so to speak.
It has ruined careers. Absolutely has ruined careers. And then some people that they walk around and they're victimizers and they get to do whatever they want. It's fucking sad. We can
vote
move.
in November, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Seriously.
Elon Musk slashes Tesla Model S price to $69,000.
Oh yeah, you teased this a little bit.
$69,420 for a laugh. I can't tell if this is fake or real.
Wait, which Tesla is this? I thought they were already cheaper than $69,000. Or is this like his supercar model?
It's a Model S price.
Model S, and
I don't know what that means.
$69,420.
Yep, just for a laugh, I guess.
That's cool. What's
I
wrong
can't
with
tell
that?
if this is the real or not because it's from Unilad.
That's probably one of the best numbers of all time.
Yeah, well,
69,420.
I know, it's
perfect.
a good one. That's like I remember back in the
Sell
day.
more than ever.
I remember back in the day when we were when we had to use the phones, the phone at the house and talk to girls or whatever. You'd be like, one day I'm gonna get my own number and it's gonna be 666 6913. Like we would, I don't know, want to put these numbers together for no good reason. People like 69
because
420.
famously, as anyone old enough remembers, you could pick your own number back in the day.
You could.
No, you couldn't.
My mom did it. She got spelled something out. Like if you dialed blank, it would call.
Yeah, that's what I would go
weird.
for. Is getting the letters to make it spell something.
Yeah, make it spell something.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways,
1-800 the dick
420. That'd be fucking awesome. Just call 1-800 the dick if you need some pecker. 1-800 Mr. Pecker. So yeah, that's pretty fucking weird. I drove in a Tesla through California and Vegas, and
I was hearing that they were going to
awesome.
have a Honda Civic version of the Tesla that it was going to be affordable.
Yes,
for
an
people.
economy model. Yeah,
And it was going to.
But that's not it. That's not it.
No. But I feel like if there's a time to invest in Tesla stock sooner rather than later,
Shit,
because when this
absolutely.
thing hits the streets, everybody's going to be having Teslas. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a game changer. I mean, this guy's been changing the game for years now. And
I'm convinced that one day he'll be our president. Obviously not this election or whatever, but
Right.
eventually.
I don't know, man. He's done too much crazy. He's smoked weed, and there's video of it and stuff. I don't
Gives
know.
a fuck.
I understand that, but
I know he
the old
doesn't.
heads, bro. The old heads.
Yeah, but the old heads are dying, and the old heads are becoming
goodness. Yeah,
the new,
be gone.
the oldest people. Like my mom's generation is just dying, and they were like the hippies in the '60s movement. '60s
Yeah,
movement.
but then
My
I
mom
feel like
died a
as they
little
get
young,
older, they become a little more conservative.
Little
They're not
bit.
the flower children they were of the '60s.
Yeah, because it's amazing to me how Woodstock and that hippie era in the 60s, 70s and everything was psychedelics and trip out on mushrooms and smoke a bunch of
It was
pot
like,
and have
free love
and have
is what they
sex.
called it.
Yeah,
Yeah, free love.
Go crazy.
I miss
And,
mushrooms so bad.
Now is
Those
when
people are the asshole old elderly, right?
some of them, yeah.
By and large, not that they all are. My mom's that age. She was, that age coming up through the whole Summer of Love and Free Love era and all that, and she's still pretty fucking hippie trippy.
I think it's weird now, because to me it's to a lesser degree now than it was then, but but now it's the time where it's starting to get decriminalized. And you know things are, it's the severity is starting to go down on these more natural substances. Is it substances?
Yeah.
Well,
like a bad word.
They even have like they sell like at a lot of places like mushroom infused stuff. I've seen.
Well, like
I think a lot of that stuff's illegal.
In
but
Colorado now, it's been it's not so much maybe decriminalized is the word. But
there's decriminalized and then recreationalized.
No, it's certainly not recreational use, but it's to the point where they can write you a ticket for having mushrooms.
Wow.
But you're not getting hauled off to jail.
Yeah, I mean they can at their discretion, just like pot in a lot of places. But it's becoming so accepted that they're not bothering themselves with that stupid mind.
Yeah, because it obviously comes down to the amount of it too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Man.
All the leaves are turning. And the sky is gray.
You guys said you wanted to do a show on mushrooms. I could not imagine.
No, neither could we, because we tried it. We never did a show.
Correction,
because it didn't happen.
We thought we wanted to.
Right.
Yeah.
We quickly realized.
Ate the mushrooms. They kicked in, and that was not happening.
So quickly, we realized, oh, no.
There was no way we were going to set up all the equipment. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Everything looked like snakes. I couldn't handle these fucking cables.
It happened so fast.
It would be a little weird. And of course, they're not seeing like the kaleidoscope shit that you're seeing. They're not seeing like four
God forbid we all wore these shirts and ate some
really.
fucking mushrooms.
That shirt, it was a
this
very, very
shit would
lucky
constantly
shirt.
look like it was crawling.
I used to wear that shirt all the time, and I actually met the lead singer of Census Fail, who is kind of known for being a little arrogant, but he was really, really, really nice to me.
You wore this shirt when you met the leader of Census Fail.
The lead singer?
Yeah, and John's sense of smell has failed. In that shirt.
Dude, your
comes full
senses
circle.
failed.
Your senses failed.
My senses fail for, census, whatever the name is.
Senses.
Census Fail.
Like senses.
Census
The
fail.
five
Census
senses.
fail.
Yes, and then this has like loser machine on it or
Yes,
something.
Pabst Loser
Yep.
Machine.
You were probably a loser at
Yes.
that time.
Yep, machine
Oh my
full of
God.
them.
This is only a couple
It's
years
fun.
ago.
Wait till
I was
next
a
year and we'll hear about
loser.
how the census
Why was I a
failed.
loser? Why was I a loser? I was at Warped Tour. I was at the very last Warped Tour.
Is this
That's
before or after I
what
knew
that's
you?
from?
You probably knew me. You knew me.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. That's fine. I thought it was
Those
before you
loser
knew
times.
me.
No.
Then you were like a fucking dork.
Yeah.
Like this
Oh yeah, you're what fucking changed me.
loser ass
Yeah,
mofo.
back then you were a dork. Then you
No.
got with John. You've
When
been
you
cool
met
ever
me, I was
since.
crazy, bro. Already, I can't believe it was so funny. Somebody that was listening to shows and talking to me about it not too long ago. He heard that episode where that guy called in. He was like, "Is Rocky really that crazy?" And at the exact same time, you say yes, and I say no.
Ah, yes.
But yeah,
That doesn't make anyone sound crazy at all.
yeah, that was a fucking that was a great day. I got pictures of it. I was sunburned. It was beautiful. Dude, speaking of mushrooms, so everybody knows my favorite band is Newfound Glory. They're not very popular with other people, but to me, they're absolutely my favorite. And the lead singer, he's got a very high pitched voice. He looks like Quentin Tarantino, but he sings like a kind of
like a little nasally.
Yeah, a little nasally. He's
Yeah.
got a honker on him too. It's weird. But he looks like fucking Quentin Tarantino. Uh-oh, my girlfriend's calling. Can't
I
answer.
look like Quentin Tarantino.
But so
Sounds like
on,
you said Clinton Tarantino.
this was
Quentin's nerd brother. He sings in a band.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino. Nose tackle.
I was,
The Ohio State.
wow. What the fuck was I gonna say?
Ohio State.
Newfound Glory.
Oh yeah,
Newfound Glory.
We were at the last Warped Tour ever, and Newfound Glory. He decided to each song he would turn his volumizer to make him sound more and more like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Each song, and they played about 10 fucking songs. Well, my buddy Steve was on mushrooms, and he had never seen Newfound Glory before, and he's not very versed in them, so he doesn't know that what's happening is actually happening to everyone. He just thinks that he's hearing this
each
weird
song get
shit.
more chipmunky. Plus, that's another pattern of time. That's
Yeah.
another 3 minutes each time. So he's like, I could feel the high intensifying every 3.5 minutes.
It was so
and his
funny.
voice gets higher with each song.
It was so funny because I was looking over every once in a while. Now I'm just regular Warped Tour guy. I've got a couple beers, overpriced, obviously. I'm sweating like crazy. Put them out there. I got my shades on, my sunblock on. I'm just having a Warped Tour like I always do. He's on fucking mushrooms, and I keep forgetting that because I'm not on mushrooms. He is, and so every time I look over, I'm like, "Do you want to go grab a beer or something?" Oh, fucking, he's all in the clouds. And
You sound jealous.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not on mushrooms. He's on fucking mushrooms.
I don't like being fucked up outside in public or whatever, because I think we talked about this, one of my biggest fears is that you go outside, like when I get fucked up on mushrooms, I'm talking about there's these, you know how you peak in Valley or whatever, we talked about this.
Yeah.
So I
can't talk during those peaks.
Yeah, at the peak I'm fucked, like I said, I got like kaleidoscope vision, everything's crazy. I would hate to like something crazy to happen while I'm literally not in my right mind, and then come to sober up and I've like killed somebody, or like now I'm in police
eating
custody,
someone's face off,
or like now there's a cop around. Like I don't want to I want to be in the house where it's comfy, maybe like fucking
safe zone, baby.
You gotta have your
step
safety
one
safe
with hallucinogens.
Yeah, you gotta have your safety safe.
Yep.
But yeah, fucking Steve's on mushrooms, and it sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks are on stage. Anyways, I thought
can you imagine how much you would have freaked out if I ran out there pretending to be David Cross and was like, "I'm gonna get you, you nasty little chipmunks."
Yeah, you look. Oh my god, that would have been perfect.
I've never even seen those movies, but I know I look like the bad guy.
On my birthday, like last week, I was having a good old time, but I was sitting there, my balloon, I was smoking a cigarette, and then the ash, or like the cherry of the cigarette,
hit the balloon,
and it was filled with helium. Wow. So there's this little hole coming out of this balloon, and then I started sucking the helium out to try to get it so I could talk like Alvin and the Chipmunks, like all high pitched.
I thought you were about to say you breathed out fire or something.
No, it fucking worked though. I was sitting there like, oh, you fill up my senses.
That shit gets pretty high if you do it enough.
Yeah. He sucked the whole balloon. Makes sense why he's saying this old ass song.
Yeah, and it did not fill up my senses because no smell.
You fill up my senses.
No. He failed at his senses.
He did.
Yeah. We got about 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
7 minutes in heaven. Have you guys ever played that shit?
I've heard of it. No, I never played it.
I don't think I ever played 7 minutes in heaven. I played Spin the Bottle though.
I played it in like 7th or 8th grade.
You never played Spin the Bottle?
Everybody's played Spin the Bottle.
Some people haven't, especially people like your age and shit.
No,
I feel
played
like
it.
that's kind of an older thing.
No.
Nowadays you're like,
spin the cell phone. Ooh, it has a pop socket, so it spins good.
They just pull up an app and spin the wheel.
Yeah, it's an app. Yeah, it's just a randomizer. It will email who I have chosen, and then you can make out with me.
We used to even use those those things that would spin for children. It would be like the cow says moo.
Yeah.
The pig says
oh,
oink,
you
oink.
go, okay, you're the cow, you're the chicken.
Yeah.
The fat girl's always the pig. It's terrible, but you know.
And you hit the button, and then the little dial goes around, and it lands on one of them.
Right.
One of the funny farm animals.
Right.
Hey, whatever happens, happens. I did the 7 minutes in heaven thing, and the chick seemed totally like not into it. And we did end up kind of kissing like a little bit. And then so the party continues, and then later on in the night, she's like, I kind of wanted to go further in the closet. Why didn't you like do anything? I was like, because I felt like I was fucking pushing too hard, like being too, like I wasn't getting much back.
In a closet.
And she was like, yeah, I wanted you to like kind of take it. I'm like, I'm not.
Wow.
Fucking doing that on the off chance you like to be raped, lady. Like,
But that's the green light, though.
Who's the comedian that talks about Pepe Le Pew? And he's like, the lesson that his nephew learned from watching it was, yeah, sometimes you got to take the pussy.
Oh, man, I remember the joke.
Because Pepe Le Pew was, I think it was Dave Chappelle?
I think
it was Dave Chappelle.
It sounds like a Dave Chappelle joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that fucking holy shit. Yeah, that's crazy. I wasn't doing that shit. That's a pretty weird message to send.
Was that before or after your laundry room thing?
Oh, that would have been after. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would have been a few years after.
See, she just didn't know what buttons to push. She had to force him.
Because of all that.
She had to force herself upon him. We know that now.
There's a little bit of traumatization
So I
on.
didn't want to do that to someone else because I know what it's like to be not feeling it and someone like forcing themselves on you. And so I didn't want to do that to anyone else.
Weird. Yeah, it's
very
weird.
It's very forward thinking, Rock.
Because of the neighborhood I live in, like that was pretty common in this neighborhood. Like a lot of the very young kids were screwing around. It was a little weird.
If you have not heard about the laundry room incident, check it out.
Go back to the most offensive show ever.
The most offensive show, yeah.
Yeah, that one was.
Read the comments if you really want to fucking. Oh, never mind. Her comments got deleted, right?
I think so. I'm not on Facebook.
I think she left the page and shit. I don't know. Anyways, this girl went crazy on Chris for making a funny joke as I fucking talked about when I got sexually molested as a kid. I thought it was
so funny how Rocky got molested. That's terrible, and we should all bring the show down over it.
Funny joke is a funny joke. All right, so
brutal.
Yeah, I have two things. It's up to you which one you guys can talk. Decide. Nearly a third of women have gone on dates just for free food, and also Hunter Biden with the crack pipe thing, whatever.
I definitely believe the free food thing.
I think so too.
I've heard that is a thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've definitely heard about it, but I mean, a third of anything is a huge.
That's a huge segment of society.
That's
yeah.
a big
segment.
Wow, percentage. Couldn't think of the word percentage.
Percentile works there too.
Percentile. But yeah, dude, that's a lot of people. There's more women on the earth than men. So,
okay, so I can relate. Recently, I was on an app and I was talking to a girl, and we were going to go out, and we were working up to it, and it was going to be like the next day, and I was just following up the day before, and I was like, so tomorrow, blah, 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 at this time, and she was like, yep, and I was like, and we'll go, I guess we'll go Dutch, is how I worded it. You guys are aware of what that means?
Yeah. You pay for yourself, she pays for herself.
Right, and just no pressure type thing, we'll just, as a meeting. Like it wasn't a date or whatever, it was just a meeting, right? So I was like... yeah,
that's a weird moment, though. You gotta ask.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, that's just how you have to do it. So I threw it out there just to see what she said, and she was like, I don't know what that means. So for one, I had to explain it to her, and then for two,
that's even
after
weirder.
I explained it to her, she goes, "Oh, so it's not a date then?" And I was like, "Oh, I was just trying to explain what I just explained. I was no pressure and blah blah blah."
Reaction.
And then she never responded again. After I was like, made it clear that I mean, I probably would have taken her out. I don't know, but I was just, again, like I said, putting options out there.
She just wanted to eat that night.
So she didn't even consider it a date at that point.
I guess. Well, when I said Dutch, she was like, "Oh, that's not a date," and was all upset.
That is an interesting reaction.
And then I just didn't follow. I was like, "Well, that bitch just wanted me to take her out, so I'm not responding again to that." And she never followed up either.
I've gone on a lot of dates, a lot of them horribly, but I don't think they were there for the food because sometimes we didn't even go get food. I've had a few girls.
Well, it doesn't always have to be food.
Paying.
It could be for the weed smoking.
Yeah,
if you have a bunch of weed,
have some drinks, and then they had food at this place too. Where if you wanted to get food, you could get food. If not, you know what I mean.
See,
it wasn't like a dinner date. It was like, let's just go to this place, which you guys all know. We've been there, and we'll just get some drinks.
Could you imagine going on a date with a chick? And I know I've seen this all the time, and dudes will like ditch them or whatever, say they're going to the bathroom, but they think you're paying, so they're buying the most expensive wine, and they're getting this and that.
They go.
I actually heard one woman ask if the guy could get some extra stuff for kids at home.
Oh, that's the worst.
I've never had that.
You're like Stanley when Jim takes him out and on The Office.
Oh,
and he's like,
yeah.
I would like a side of more lobster. Well, sir, the surf and turf party comes with lobster. It's not enough. A second lobster. Gotta have the lobster.
That's a great one. But I have had chicks insist on paying. Like, I think they were just like, I'm not fucking you. So
maybe
don't even
that's,
think.
Yeah, maybe that's what that is.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, man. I've had some interesting ones.
Okay, because
I've had it all ways too. I've had that where they insist on paying because they probably you think they're making it clear.
I have never asked a girl to go Dutch, though. I got to tell you,
I didn't ask her. I was just like making sure that was cool with her. Is that what she expected? Apparently, it wasn't, and it offended her.
I guess not. What were you about to say?
Yeah, I cut you off.
No. The one thing that like the way I see it is like 1/3 is to get free meals, and then there's 1/3 that are actually pretty decent women that like don't mind paying for themselves or don't mind paying for you every once in a while, depending on circumstance. And then there's like the 1/3 that are like with food, just with the drugs or with whatever, or just having a place to stay. So they sit
you
there.
heard it here first, John. Folks, John thinks 2/3 of women are out to get some shit.
Yup.
1/3 of you is acceptable.
And,
wow.
I mean, you might be onto something.
And I said the most offensive shit on the show ever.
And I've never, and like me and my girl have gone Dutch before. We've never used that exact phrase, and we've never said, "Hey, we're going to go Dutch."
My girl's not afraid to pay. Yesterday at the bar, I think she just kind of wanted to go, and while I was in the bathroom, she paid for everything. And we left.
Sometimes it like just happens without any real thought to it, and it's
but it's different when you go out a first time than when you're going out as a couple.
That was a weird conversation to have in the beginning.
But it had to happen.
I
guess we could have gotten there, and I could have said that. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got it out of the way.
But you don't, because you're in there now.
But had she said like, oh well, had she left it open for conversation, but she was just actually kind of like a total bitch after that, and then shut it down, and then didn't communicate anymore.
I've always just assumed I was paying.
It's for the best.
Yeah, well, because you have the money, so not that that's a concern. But what if, because there's that those scenarios happen where a girl assumes that a guy's paying. The guy doesn't have the money, or maybe enough to cover himself, so he worries about his spending limit on what he's getting.
I've actually forgotten my wallet once.
Fucking weird.
I forgot my wallet once. On a date with the chick, and it was rainy, and we went to watch a movie. It was freezing. I forgot my fucking wallet. I was cold as shit, and so not only did I not get a second date because she had to pay, I'm pretty sure that's why, because everything else was kind of working cool, except for I was fucking freezing. Now I was in a cold ass movie theater, so I didn't get the second date, and I totally got pneumonia for like a while.
But that's not worth any of that.
No, it sucked.
That's a terrible outcome.
The only good thing is I don't even fucking remember what movie. This is back when I was in
So
college.
if people ask you like the worst date you've had, that's probably
the time I got pneumonia.
That's not the worst
I didn't
date
get
I've
an STD, but I got an actual infection in my lungs.
I was cold.
Not the worst date I've had. The worst date I've had was at Anthony's Cold Fire Pizza. Took a girl there. She insisted on driving. I thought I was paying. I just said, I got this. I took you here. It was my idea. Thank you so much. Whatever. Cool. She's fucking housing beers, expensive ones. She eats like a fuckload of food. And then on the way home, she's like dropping me off to my house. She throws it all over herself. And it stunk to high heaven. And then instead of just driving back home, she wanted to like drunkenly like pull over. I'm trying not to throw up.
Please go on. You wanted to make out?
How chunky?
She wanted to make out with the chunks.
How chunky?
She didn't chew very well.
Okay, so you could have re-eaten it.
I could still see the grill marks on the chicken skin. All right.
A little bit of bean stew.
It was really
acid beans. Are you serious? Bean acid stew. Little stomach acid mixed with the.
It's like a 3-bean salad with a fourth bean that wasn't there when she ate it the first time.
It depends if there's
came from old beans.
If there's corn, you're in fucking trouble because then it's real. Really.
Corn salsa from New York City. New York City.
Oh, no.
It all comes back up around.
Yeah.
Again.
seriously.
I don't have a sense of smell, so none of this
I can
bothers
barely
me.
like talk.
Corn.
That's
meat,
disgusting.
Gross.
Shut
Speaking
up.
of
Let's
corn
go.
mazes.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Gross.
You guys are off without.
Rocky's done.
When it's like hot coming up, I hate throwing up chunks.
Oh man.
I don't mind when it's.
I just had honey baked ham too. God, I'm sorry. I'm really having a hard time. Not.
When you throw up and it comes out your nose.
Oh,
Shut
that's
the
the
fuck
worst.
up.
That stinks so bad.
Shut the
Oh,
fuck
it
up.
stings.
It hits the back of your throat.
Oh, if John can't smell that, then he's broken.
I'm out.
I'm trying
Let's
to
go home.
We out this muff.
Yeah, we out this month.